Alright, back into it. Okay, can I get to the room up here again? Okay, yeah, okay, I was right. So, huh. Okay, I'm back up here. Remember that... Shit. I am burning through these repels right now. Okay. So... that one switches that over here. And then, okay. So I went through this one, and that brought me there, so I'll try this one. Okay, new guy. I haven't fought this guy yet. Who are you? There shouldn't be anyone here. Scientist. You know, I think I somehow have, like, avoided mentioning this, like, this whole playthrough. But it's weird to me that, nobody has any names here, because, once again, I'm a Gen 3 guy. I come from Gen 3. So I'm so used to the NPC trainers having names, like, Scientist Gerald, or whatever. It's so weird that such an iconic part of the franchise, like, everybody thinks of, like, Youngster Joey, right? That's such an iconic part of like, the franchise, and like the general NPC speak, isn't even a thing that was in the original game. It doesn't really bug me or anything like that, though. I think the kind of simplistic nature of it, there's something very charming about it. The fact that that Pokemon don't have, like, genders, so there's no like pull rate or like variations between the Pokemon that you have to, like, if you want a specific design, like if you wanted a Heart-Tail Pikachu, you're not sitting there for hours hunting for, like, specifically a female Pikachu. I think something like that's pretty cool. But it is just weird looking back, coming from a different generation of Pokemon, that kind of stuff exists. Hmm. Genuinely, the fact that I know that, like, going through this Pokemon Mansion has taken up like a solid 2/3 of this stream, but I still feel very confident that I'm going to be able to finish up this stream by defeating Blaine. Once I'm done with this Pokemon Mansion, I know I'm just going to steamroll him because of Sheldon. Oh, okay, so they're stuff different over here. Where the hell? Just big empty room here. Oh, another guy over here. Hello? Another burglar? Yep. Let's see here. Hit him with a bubble beam. One shot that little punk. Oh. There we go, easy peasy. Alright. I guess I'll take the gamble on, Honestly, I see so many people with Blastoise. What do you mean? That's not surprising at all. Blastoise is the GOAT. I mean, I guess numerically, right? It would be like, it would be a surprising thing, because Charizard is everybody's fucking favorite child. Not mine. Blizzard? That's pretty dope. Hey, is Blizzard better than Ice Beam? Because if Blizzard's better than Ice Beam, then I can drop that off of Blastoise. I mean, just by naming convention, it sounds better, so... Alright, bet. I'll go ahead and drop Ice Beam, then. By a large margin. Okay, cool. Okay, that was really scary for a second. I did not mean to press A as fast as I did. For like the briefest second, my heart dropped. I'm like, wait a minute. What move is the first move of my thing? What move is the first move of my thing? I really gotta be careful with spamming A, man. I can't keep mindlessly pressing A. That was actually really scary for like just one brief second. What do we get? What do we... Ooh, full restore. Dude, where am I? This place is so much bigger than I remember it being. Okay, so I guess I came in from there. Oh, but this is open now. Cool. Hello, scientist guy. Ice Beam is 90% power, 100% accuracy. And Blizzard is 190, 90% accuracy? Or 130 and 90% accuracy. Okay, cool. Let's see here, we'll just keep using Nightshade. Hold on. It was really weird. You guys can't see what I'm talking about, but something just really weird was looking on my screen. It looked like a new chat came in, but I couldn't actually see anything, so... It was weird. So... Why does... I swear that, like, the current modern version of Electrode doesn't have, like, that bald spot on its head? So that's a weird, weird design choice. What was that for? I mean, you picked the fight, dog. Don't get mad when you lose. Oh shit, I forgot to repel. Okay, repel. Should have one more super. Okay. No, that's super potion. Do I have any... shit, I'm out of repels. Okay. Another secret switch. I hope that was a good one to press. Alright, looks like we're just gonna be dealing with some Pokemon for a little bit. Because I am not going all the way back to the entrance to get another repel. Ooh, rare candy. TM22. What's TM22? TM22. Solar Beam? Do I even have any Pokemon that can use Solar Beam? Yeah, no, Scott Clothin can use it. Let me see, what moves do I even have on Scott? Let's see, what's worth forgetting here? Oh, fuck it, I can just get rid of Scratch. I don't need Scratch. There we go. Scott Clothin is our Parasect, by the way. Over in the left-hand corner, you can see what my current team is. Oh, speaking of, we can go ahead and there we go. I forgot to change it so that we got a Dragonair there. So yeah, Scott Clothin is the name of our Parasect. Okay, let's see here. Where am I going? Oh, I'm gonna muck. Oh, big stretch. Secret key? Does secret key just let me go through whatever gate I want? Or is secret key just a key item that I need to finish doing the mansion stuff? Oh, this is our time to check. Okay, I guess not. That is weird. Okay. So I guess I'm going back up to flip a different switch. The secret key is not, the get me through this item. Okay, probably going through here now. Shit. I really got no idea where I'm going right now. I have lost track. I found the secret key. I just don't know what I actually need to use the secret key for. I have it right here at the bottom. So I found the secret key up at the top. I just don't know where I'm supposed to take it. You have a question? Go for it. Okay, well, I can't head back that way because I fell down here. Oh, is that right? The secret key is for the gym. I guess that does make sense. Does that mean that I'm done with the Pokemon Mansion? Is there anything else in here that I need to do? Because if not, I can just use an escape rope to get out of here. Oh, okay. Bet. Easy decision there. What the fuck? Why did it send me back to Fuchsia? Yeah? Is that right? Is this normal? What the fuck, dude? I could have swore I healed at Cinnabar. Oh, whatever, dude. I guess I'm fishing Pidgey back out of my box. Give me a sec. Hold on. Alright, let's deposit. We're gonna... I did, but I no longer have, I no longer have them on my team. I'll withdraw Pidgey. Was it a Diglett? No, I believe I had Dig on Sandslash. Or maybe I didn't. I might be thinking of a completely different playthrough. I had a Sandslash during this playthrough. I don't remember if I taught it Dig. There we go. Why? What isn't Dig just like a replacement for the escape rope? I mean, I think the escape rope you saw me use inside the Pokemon Mansion, that was only the second time I've needed one. Leaving now? Well, it was great to have you in here, Tandikins, and once again, huge congratulations. I'm very happy for you. I hope you enjoy playing Pokemon in your native language. Be sure to buy that though. Be sure to buy that. Make sure you let the Pokemon Company know that this is something that y'all are down for. Always support official releases when it's available to you. That's how they know that you want more of what they're giving you. So I hope you enjoy that. And huge thanks for coming to the stream. It has been great to have you here, bud. Let's see here. We're all healed up. Let me hit a quick save. You meant specifically because of Diglett? What's so dope about Diglett? Doug Trio is absolutely cracked? I feel like you're messing with me right now. There's no way that Doug Trio's cracked, right? That's gotta be a bit. You're not... Okay, you say you're not messing with me, so I'm gonna take you at your word. What makes Doug... Enlighten me, though. What makes Doug Trio so crazy? It has Equake and Rock Slide? I mean, can't I teach Earthquake and Rock Slide to other Pokemon? I'm pretty sure I have a TM for Earthquake that I could teach to Sandslash if I wanted to. Is it just cracked because it can learn it naturally? Also Slash, which is basically a guaranteed crit? Alright, hold on, let me swap Sheldon to the team leader. Alright. Hold on. Quick stretch. Ugh. Alrighty. Time to steamroll this goober. I will teach you the power of type advantage. What? That fucking rat beat me here? Of course he did. He beats me everywhere. Alright, you know what? I take back what I said. Doug Trio is goated, apparently. I can't personally say that I've ever been, like, a huge Diglett or Doug Trio fan. I'm not a Diglett or Doug Trio hater, mind you. I don't have any beef with Diglett or Doug Trio. I've just never really been like, oh, I gotta have a Diglett or a Doug Trio. As far as, like, the mini, of the 151 Kanto Pokemon, Diglett's always felt like one of those that is just kind of there for me. So I just never gone out of my way to put it on my team. I am very much a design first kind of trainer. I'm like, okay, does this Pokemon look really cute or really cool? Like, they gotta have a certain amount of sauce to make it onto my team, you know what I'm saying? I've never been, like, big on, like, competitive Pokemon. I think I mentioned this a couple streams ago, actually, but, like, I have a very, RPG kind of mindset when it comes to Pokemon as a franchise. Like, when I think about how I play Pokemon, or how like, certain takes that I have when I do Pokemon-related stuff or answer Pokemon-related questions, I very much think about it, like, in the context of, if I was personally living in the Pokemon world, how would I operate when putting my team together? How would I operate when making this kind of decision if this were literally me, outside of, like, a game context, right? Because, like, a couple months back, me and my friends were doing this whole, like, we pick our favorite Pokemon of every gen, of every type, and, like, our overall favorite Pokemon. And all of them had, like, one legendary Pokemon on their team. But I'm like, well, why would I do that? The Pokemon movies have taught me time and time again that it's the villains who want to own the legendary Pokemon. The legendary Pokemon are a representation of the forces of nature. They control time and space. They are the kings of the ocean. They created the very continents we walk on. So why would I have a god on my team? You do not cage a deity. So I would never take a legendary Pokemon to the Pokemon League, because you don't cage God, you know? Like, in the context of I'm trying to complete my Pokedex, yeah, I'll capture a legendary Pokemon, just to, like, complete the dex. But I'm never like, oh, I gotta have the legendary on my team. Because I'm just like, I'm not climbing up a fucking mountain and battling God. You know what I mean? I want to defeat the gym leaders and become a Pokemon master. I don't want to put myself in imminent peril and fight the king of the sea just for shits and giggles because I want to put it in a metal ball. This is not what I do. Not my vibe. You don't do anything. See, I just think it's an old school perspective, because even in the modern Pokemon anime, they don't abide by that anymore. I haven't watched it, but I know in, like, the current Pokemon anime that, like, the male protagonist has, like, 2 legendaries on his team, and one of them's a shiny or something like that. Skull Bash? Is Skull Bash any good? Is Skull Bash better than Bite? Wait, what moves do I have on me right now? Skull Bash? Okay, no. Yeah, I'll just skip it then. Okay. So yeah, I know even the modern anime doesn't really abide by that ruling anymore, but I grew up in the late 90s and 2000s era of Pokemon, so that is my perspective. It is not a good person thing to cage the forces of nature, to have them do your bidding. The one I always, like, point back to, and I think I even made a tweet about this, like, a couple weeks ago, but the one I always love to look back on is the villain from Pokemon the movie 2000. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but the dude who captured the legendary birds with the sole intent of luring out Lugia. He's like, I am not a trainer, I am but a collector. It is simply what I do. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. You're caging the elemental birds just to lure out Lugia. You fucking suck. Like, that's not a normal thing to do. You're literally risking the sanctity of the world. You're causing mass Pokemon migration just to stroke your own ego and be like, I captured the god of the sea. Like, fuck you, dude. I use Pokemon that I like to use in combat or think I have interesting things I can do. I mean, yeah, like, that's the most basic, easy to understand reason for having a Pokemon. It's just because you're like, oh, this is cool, this can do this thing. I think that is just like, I feel like that's the baseline. I mean, that's how everyone played it back when I was a kid. Nobody was paying that close of attention to, like, the competitive viability of a Pokemon when I was growing up. They were just like, damn, this fucking dragon looks really cool. And that's kind of all you needed. You also like using Pokemon that, people don't use or say aren't very good. I mean, yeah, it's slightly different than what you're talking about, but, we've seen that a lot recently in the Pokemon community. I like to call it the Trubbish effect, where it's like, people feel bad for a Pokemon because it doesn't have many fans, or because it's often underestimated, so that makes you want to love it in defiance of the people who don't like it. I think that's a very popular perspective these days. And I kind of feel that too. Especially since, like, the Pokemon Company and Game Freak are wanting to, like, put personality forward. Like, I don't know if you've seen them, but they do a lot of those slice of life Pokemon shorts on YouTube, where it'll just be like a trainer and like their Pokemon like eating breakfast or something, and it really just like puts a focus on like the outside of battle kind of relationship between a Pokemon and their trainer, and it's just like a really good vibe. They give Pokemon such strong personalities in those things, and I really like it. You like Zard because he's the worst. Look. I don't think that anybody gives a shit that he's quote-unquote the worst Kanto starter. I personally am not a huge fan of Charizard because I think he is overloved. I think that most people do not actually give a shit about the competitive viability of Charizard. I think they just love him so much that they are willing to overlook it. Charizard is easily... If you could assign a role of, like, this Pokemon is overloved, that's Charizard. That is literally Charizard's entire identity, is that everybody just cannot hop off his meat. And I say this as a Dragonite fan, so I know that some people might not take it seriously, but I do not understand the level of love that exists for Charizard. Because I like all the starters, I like all the Gen 1 starters a lot. I think Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle are all very well-designed, very lovable Pokemon. I do not think there is a bad starter in the bunch when you're talking about the early gens. So, like, the idea of like, Charizard just being this, like, crazy goat that everybody's, like, all over, slobbering all over his fucking meat, I'm like, I don't get it. I say that especially with Blastoise being my favorite of the bunch. I'm like, why is it Charizard specifically that people love the way that they do? I think they are all valid and worthy of this level of love. They're all goated. What I especially, even more so than why people love Charizard the way they do, I do not understand people who hate Venusaur. I can never get behind somebody who genuinely hates Venusaur. That is so weird to me. I think from an evolution standpoint of, like, being a complete line, Bulbasaur into Ivysaur into Venusaur is the most cohesive evolutionary line of the three. It just looks really, really good. I think Venusaur is a very well-designed Pokemon. I do not get the hate. Well, not to mention, what you're talking about, for Fire Red and Leaf Green, they made it easier because Charmander can learn Metal Claw. By the time you make it out of the Viridian Forest, Charmander can learn Metal Claw, and you can deal with Brock that way. I've done multiple Charmander runs of Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I have genuinely not struggled with Brock once, specifically because I just naturally make it to where I have Metal Claw. It's been a pretty consistent thing for me during my own playthroughs that I always get a Pikachu on my team. So I spend a fair amount of time inside the Viridian Forest, so I have a lot of opportunities to farm XP. But it's not like I'm, like, actively making the choice to do it. It just happens because I want Pikachu. So I've legitimately never struggled with Brock. Damn, that's a dope Rapidash sprite. Hold on. Yeah, Emulator was emulatoring for a second. But it looks like we're still schmoving. Don't you tail whip me like you're about to do something. I'm gonna be so real. I didn't even think about it. I really should have been farming XP for Dragona. It is gonna take me so much off-stream grinding. Hold on a second. I'm actually gonna do that now. I can at least get a couple thousand on her. What happened? Are you not answering the questions? Are there questions? I've just been fighting the dudes. Oh shit, that's right. There's trivia questions, I forgot. I completely forgot that there's Pokemon trivia questions. I've just been like, alright, let me fight the guys. You know, in hindsight, I really should have picked up on that when they weren't automatically fighting me when I walked in front of them. That would have been a pretty good indicator of that, huh? I could use the XP though, so, you know, not really losing out on anything. Oh, was Automod stopping you? Yeah, my bad about that. I'm not a big enough streamer to actually have, like, an actual dedicated mod in my chat doing this, so I have to rely on the auto mod. I'll turn on the strength of that, going into the next stream. I guess, like, the only time it really becomes an issue is that I don't even get alerted when it's stopping an auto mod. Because I'm multi-streaming right now, I'm currently live on Twitch and YouTube, so I have to use a different chat extension than I would if I was just streaming on Twitch. And this chat extension doesn't tell me when there's, like, a mod issue. I really gotta look into doing something about that, because this isn't the first time that it's happened. Alright, well... I should answer the questions. What do I get for answering the questions? What's the benefit? Nothing. Just for the pride. I mean, I guess I could go back and answer them. I don't really mind. I guess the bigger question would be, can I still fight the guys? If I answer the questions, can I still do the battles? No, you can't, since you already fought them, but you normally would be able to. Okay. Oh, okay, let me... I can still do the quizzes. Probably not. You don't need to give me the whole spiel every single time. Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical? Yeah. No shit. Are thunder moves effective against ground element? No. Poliwag evolves 3 times? Yeah. Oh. Poliwag evolves twice. I thought it meant like 3-stage evolution, which it is. It's Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath, but I misunderstood what it was asking me. To be clear, I knew the answer, I just misinterpreted the question. 9 certified Pokemon? No, there's 8. Caterpie evolves in the Butterfree? No, it evolves into Metapod. What? But it doesn't evolve into Butterfree, it evolves into Metapod, which evolves into Butterfree. Motherfucker! Some bullshit. This is some bullshit, dog. Whatever, just let me fight this fucking old man. Yeah, I'm sure they will, Pops. Yeah, I'm sure your Growlithe is gonna do a big number on my fucking Blastoise. Will I change? Yep, I am farming you for all the XP you're worth. It would have been correct in Fire Red. I guess, oh yeah, because Politoed, that makes sense. At the same time, though, wait, can you find a Politoed prior to beating the Elite Four? I thought to unlock the Gen 2, to unlock or find any Gen 2 Pokemon, you had to beat the Elite Four first before you could get the National Dex. So you can't! The odds are just stacked against you. If you didn't already know anything about Gen 2 Pokemon, then that's kind of bullshit. I mean, I still would have gotten it right by accident. But imagine that's your first time playing. Oh, that question is now correct in Fire Red to say, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was some bullshit. Yeah, that was genuinely some fucking bullshit. Cause the way that the Poliwag question is worded is like the exact same like energy of the fucking Caterpie Butterfree question. So I'm like, okay, well they got it wrong there, so I'll adjust for this question. But still, that's wrong. The devs are wrong for that. Look, I know you can only evolve it twice. I misinterpreted the question. And I know that's my fuck up, but I still explain my— Damn! This Arcanine sprite is crazy. That is a really, really cool sprite. Damn. Even if Politoed was a thing, it'd still be wrong? Okay. Alrighty. Ugh. Easy peasy. And I leveled up. Let's go. Good for you, Dragona. Yep, that went about as easily as I thought it would. There we go. Volcano Badge. Heightens the special abilities of your Pokemon. I can have this. TM38. Contains Fire Blast. Finally, I can teach my fucking Flareon a real fire move. She's been coasting off of Ember this whole time. Actually, I better be able to teach this to Flareon. I don't know if Flareon can learn Fire Blast, but I assume so. You don't know... Look, I want it to because Fire Blast is cool. Like I said, I gauge my team off of hype and aura. Flareon is my fire type, so I want a cool fire move on my fire type. It's genuinely not any deeper than that, honestly. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up for this stream here.